you should take the risk. You should go out there and do something that's so crazy that people will call you crazy for it, you know? Like, find that passion that you could just talk about it for hours, And that passion should be aligned with the kingdom as well. Like, whatever you're doing, are you doing it as though for God? I want to encourage you to just go and do that thing that's on your heart. Because I strongly believe that everyone has a calling from God, everyone has a greater purpose in life than just dilly dallying and running along with everyone else, like from the world. And as children of God, we we have to spread the gospel message, and everyone has their own talent, everyone has their own different way of doing that. But man, the first step is to find that thing that God has put for you, and then after that, man, just do it with all your effort, all your might, all your strength. Work at that one thing and seek to fulfill that purpose. Because if we don't do that, then what else can we do in life that isn't futile, that's pointless? All these things that we can chase in the world, they don't lead anywhere. They're all just paths that there's a mirage at the end where it looks like it's like the final big, like, oh, once I have this, I'll have it all, then I'll be happy. But that's a big lie. And lots of people are deceived into that path, and they think that they'll find fulfillment from the things of the world. But truthfully, and I myself am finding fulfillment from the things of God. Like, I've always wanted to create videos, for example. Now, I could have done it for my own gain and my own interests. I could have done videos about something else, but no. God has every time, He's always pointed me in the right direction to do the right thing that's for God and working for God. Now, this is also aligned with trusting in God and trusting that He will direct your path the right way, because in our hearts are deceitful. Our hearts, man, they seem like they're good feelings or good thoughts, but in reality, they're not. They're just lies. Lies from the devil telling us that this path has fulfillment and this way doesn't. But in reality, we need to seek fulfillment from God and what He has for us, and working hard in what He has for us. And I want this to be my whole message, that, man, just work hard for God. Like, whatever He has planned for you, just do it. Do it. Take that first step, whatever it may be. Content creation, preaching, teaching, discipling. I don't know. Everyone has something different, but I know what I've got. You know what you've got. So I want you to, man, just do that thing, because I know that God will prosper it. If it's aligned with God, He will bless you. Not in the way that you think, not just like money or whatever, like that doesn't matter. But He will bless you in a way that, man, you wouldn't even expect it. And that comes from following God, trusting in Him, and trusting in the process as well. Like, you're not going to see much results when you just begin, when you just begin a ministry. Like Charlie Kirk, for example, look back when he started. He also, wasn't getting much attention, but man, look at where he got to, millions of followers. Man, full countries just, man, honoring him as a martyr, Like, that's just something great. That's what I see as greatness for God. Doing something so greatly and in being able to impact so many others as well is just, man, the biggest blessing that is eternal. Like, this blessing gives us eternal life and also a crown in heaven. Remember this: a farmer who plants only a few seeds will get a small crop, but the one who plants generously will get a generous crop. 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 6. If you only give God half the effort and half your energy, then, like the verse said, you will only get a small reward. You plant little, you get back little. It's simple, universal principles. But the bigger you plant, the more you sow, the more seeds you sow, the bigger the harvest will be. It'll just be so great you can't even comprehend. Now, these blessings are different to what you expect. They're not just earthly things because those things perish away, but why would you want God to bless you with those things? Why would you want that to be the only thing you're blessed with? Wouldn't you want something greater that's actually eternal? Something that actually lasts a bit longer than just a couple, 50 years, 100 years, not even, you know? By the time you actually get to where you want to be, you would have wasted so much time that you would look back, even if you do look back, because a lot of the time, if you go down the path of chasing fulfillment from the world, to turn back is like, and you've been working on this for so long, and people are telling me it's just a waste of time. Like how? Like I wasted years of my life on this. How can I just go away and get rid of it and turn it away? That's why, from a young age, it's so important to seek the things of God, to do His will for you. Now, I'm very glad that God has shown me what I have to do, and I believe strongly that God can show you what you have to do. There just has to be that desire first to actually do something. Like, I've had the desire to do something different for so long. Like, I never wanted to fit in the crowd, you know? Like, and I hope that you as well have felt this because then there's someone I can relate to. But man, if you just look at other people and see like, man, not from a prideful perspective, but like, man, I wish I could do something different, you know? Like, man, something exciting, like, man, somewhere, man, where God is the center. Now I know God can be the center of a lot of things, a lot of careers, but this is just me personally, me being honest. And man, ever since a young age, like people would ask me, "Oh, what do you want to do?" You know, like man, like I know that I don't want to fit into a normal job, but I didn't want to tell the person asking me like, "Oh, you know, like I want to try start this thing online. You know, try open up this online business." Like it was hard talking about that because a lot of people they they think it's just normal to go university, go get a job, you know, things like that. Like go study for 5 years, go get into debt, you know, 50,000, whatever, 30,000 in debt. Man, like I just never saw that path for me, and I'm just saying this so that maybe if you can relate, then hey, you know, relation can bring great relationships and great, you know, just relating to someone who has the same thing. Like, man. Now, this video was titled "Why You Should Take the Risk," and I've seen a lot of people say that are in the positions, even worldly positions, where they've made it and now they're like, man, that the journey was the best part. I'm so glad I took the risk. You know, that's what they all say. And man, wouldn't you want to do the same? Take the risk. Go, man, go do something out of the ordinary, you know? And don't take what anything says against that, you know? Because if you truly believe that it can work and it's actually for the purpose of God, man, do it to your full potential, to your full power. And man, don't let anyone bring you down. Don't let anyone drag you down because in the starting stages, you know, like people find out, oh, you're trying to do something. Like, yeah, good for you, you know? And they don't, no one's clapping, you know? Like, there's this one guy who was saying, like, man, for so many years, it's just going to be like an empty auditorium and you're the only person cheering yourself on. You're going to have to keep pushing for however long it may take. But once you do that thing, once you do it, people are like, oh man, look how lucky he got. He just got lucky, you know? Man, people do not know that it takes years, and I'm ready to sacrifice years of work for this to work out and for many of my other things that I'm trying to do to work out. Now, I want you to also not be afraid of failing because failure is something that wasn't really an obstacle for me, but the obstacle for me was fitting in with other people. And once you let go of that, man, there's nothing stopping you except for a lack of self discipline and laziness. Because truthfully, if you know what you want to do, then just do it. But I feel like you'll all go through the stages of the fear of failure. I know maybe that was a short phase for me, but man, I'm not scared of failing. I'm not scared of losing money on something, like losing money on trade or whatever, like, man, because I know that the steps I take daily, they're small, but if you zoom out on a 3 year period, if every day is a small step, if every day is 1%, then 100 days is 100%, like, I know this is simple, but really look that into perspective and apply that to your life. Like, are you taking steps daily 1% and expecting compounding growth? Are you expecting to grow the next day? Are you expecting to just keep growing? Do you actually have that desire where, man, all you want is just growth, spiritual growth, financial growth, relationship growth, everything, growing in everything? If you want that, then I think that's pretty powerful. And if you focus your energy on the right things, then you'll really get to the place where you want to be. Now, I know that along the way, God's gonna realign your mind to stop wanting certain things, like money, for example. It can be a very dangerous thing, but the Bible says the love of money is the root of evil. Money itself isn't evil. Money is a tool that you can use for good. You know, you can use your money to, man, build houses in third world countries. Build churches, orphanages, all that stuff. You can do so much crazy things with the money God gives you. Like, money is a tool. Money shouldn't be something you're afraid of. Like, I feel like, I don't know, people haven't just said it, but I feel like this pressure where, oh, if you're Christian, you're not allowed to be rich. Like, oh, the needle the eye of a needle, like, it's easier for a camel to go through it than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. But the verse after that says, with man, nothing is possible, but with God, everything is possible. And I think it's not a coincidence that Jesus said that straight after the verse about the camel, because, man, like, this thing, like money and that, isn't my top priority. Like, I know that it'll be a byproduct of all these things that I'm doing now. And I know that the growth at the start, like, when you, like in maths, an exponential graph, the first few numbers, like, look how close they are to the zero mark, but once they get off, oh, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, man, just doubles and doubles and doubles, and your progress just explodes. Like, I know eventually, like, sometime my channel will explode. I'll be getting thousands of views, thousands of subscribers. Like, I'm just manifesting that. I'm manifesting the success I can have from doing something for God. And man, I hope that this passion that you can see in me, that this will unlock something in your brain, that will click in your brain and be like, man, I also want to have this drive, this passion for this thing that, man, that God has given me. I may not know it yet, but man, I really want to find out what it is. And if God can see how hard you're trying to find what He has for you, then God will show you. He will slowly reveal things to you, and He will set your path straight. He will show you what He has planned for you. Because from when we were born, from before we were even born, when we were first created, God knew us and He set us apart, and He had something special for all of us. Now, in this life, it's your decision to pursue that, or just be normal, Just go along with the world, do what they do, and achieve futility, achieve nothing, achieve pointlessness. But with God, there is an eternal reward that lasts forever. In this life, if you sow as much as you can, you work hard to plant the most seeds, then after, the harvest will be bountiful. the harvest will be great and you'll lack nothing. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you if you watched the whole video, because viewer retention is that hits the spot. When people watch the whole video, it boosts in the YouTube algorithm and it shows it to more people. But yeah, God bless you guys, and remember, someone's always watching.